Many federal unions have been expressing outrage over plans to cut 28,000 jobs over the coming 4 years as part of the cost-saving initiatives. With me now is political analyst Lydia Miljan. Lydia, thank you for joining me this morning. Could you break down for us this week in politics and what you think the big takeaway is here? What stood out to you?
Yeah, what a ride. I mean, we start with the budget, we have a floor crossing, we have hot mic moments with the Prime Minister. It was quite a lot. I mean, for me, obviously, I think all eyes were on the budget and the big ticket items that, the government's promising, the fact that they're, separating operating from the investment budget or whatever they want to call it. Fact remains, I still sort of have a bit of sticker shock with the size of the deficit and the fact that even though they say they're going to balance the operating budget, the deficit's going to be still quite substantial, much higher than it was under previous governments. And I'm curious why the political class is able to distract us all from that and instead focus on that. I mean, I think in that respect, you could say the Liberals won the week because they were able to distract us from that by focusing on the floor crossing by Donald Trump.
Right, Lydia, how crucial was it for the Liberals to survive 2 confidence votes, and what will the Liberals be focusing on moving forward next week?
Well, we saw that the last 2 Liberal governments were able to do very well with minority parliaments, and really the end of the government was to their own choice when they decided to go to the electorate. I don't see this being any different. In fact, they have a much stronger minority position. Ultimately, we have to look at what is the self-interest of the people in the House of Commons. We know that the Bloc and the Conservatives can easily say, we're not going to vote for this, we don't like it. Elizabeth May is trying to make some deal, but she's only 1 vote. At the end of the day, it still hinges on the NDP. And for the NDP, they're in a tight bind. They don't have any money left. They're in the middle of a leadership race. They are the least prepared of any of the political parties to be able to wage another election campaign. So they don't want to reduce their already small caucus. Already they don't have official party status. So I'm very confident that this budget is going to pass. They might make some noises with the NDP, but ultimately either the NDP stays home or they vote in favor of it.
Well, the Conservatives, Lydia, have lost 2 MPs now. What does that mean for their party?
Well, they actually haven't lost 2. They've only had 1 floor crosser, and the other one has an intention to resign sometime in the future. So they still have that 1 vote. I think that there is some internal dynamics going on, but there's also a lot of pressure on the part of the Liberals. And I think that's an important question we should be asking. What kind of inducements are they giving Conservatives if they cross the floor? I think that this is more symbolic than anything else. As I said, they absolutely don't need these votes. It just looks good. It allows them to change the headlines. It allows them to sort of win the PR war for the week. But at the end of the day, what are they going to be giving up to get those floor crossers? And it's always fun to poke holes in your opposition. And we saw, it almost seems like it's the Ides of November. Last time we had a budget statement, we lost a prime minister and a finance minister. This time it's just 1 floor crossing. But there seems to be something about inside politics that they really like to have this high drama. And I always worry when we have this high drama, we forget about what the actual issues are that we're trying to have governments address. And right now it's the economy, it's trade, it's people's jobs. So while they're doing all this palace intrigue, people still are hurting. They're still worried about their job security and whether or not they can put food on the table. And I think that really should be our ultimate focus for politicians.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning, Lydia. That's Lydia Miljan, a political analyst.